morning from AfricaCom 2024. We're here in Cape Town at the CTICC and I'm together with Thomas Soerensen, Vice President, Global Submarine Sales at Ciena. Nice to meet you, Thomas.
Nice to meet you.
Thomas, what is Ciena most excited about right now in the submarine cable space?
So right now you may have seen the recent wave of press releases coming out of Ciena. We have just introduced our WaveLogic 6, which is our 6th generation SLTE, and modem with that. We're reaching speeds of 1.6 tera, which is a world's first. We have done a world's first transatlantic 2 weeks ago, did a trial with a customer on a commercial cable, reaching 1.2 tera, which is a world first. So we are getting a lot of orders and we are having very, very happy customers. Not only is it in terms of capacity next generation, it's also next generation in terms of cost per bit and space per bit. So reducing the real estate required in the cable stations or terminal data centers and also reducing the cost of power because of a reduced power envelope.
All right,
so we are very excited.
Exciting times ahead, I guess. Huh?
Yes.
Great. So if you look at the industry, and especially from emerging technology and AI perspective, how would you say could AI and emerging technologies affect the submarine cables?
So AI is obviously the big talk of the town these days. Everyone talks AI. The jury is still a bit out on what will it actually mean in terms of the network. Right now it's largely a data center play, so we're seeing a lot of AI generated traffic within the data centers. The big question is how it's going to move to the edge. What will that need for the terrestrial and long-haul networks, and eventually what will it mean for the subsea systems? We are seeing particularly the hyperscalers preparing for that wave of AI, and we are definitely seeing that, and we are helping them preparing. And one of the ways is our next generation modems that I just talked about.
Okay, so you would say for AI there's still more business cases to come?
No question about that, and AI is twofold. There's the traffic generated by AI, and then there's the AI that we use to improve our products and improve the way we help our customers and our services, where AI is an integral part of any developments we do these days.
All right, thank you. So what are some of the key insights you're hearing from your customers about submarine cables, especially in African developments?
So in Africa, obviously, we have seen over the past 2-3 years a lot of cables being built in new sites around Africa, around the African continent. One of the issues with that is we are getting a lot of capacity in from a subsea perspective, but it really requires more connectivity on the land side, meaning terrestrially within Africa. Obviously, reliability of those networks ashore is one of the crucial points. Africa still has the largest data growth of any region in the world. The estimate is around 38% compound annual growth rate for the African continent in terms of data growth.
It's more to grow if you see the population is so young and so growing.
Exactly, the democracy of Africa is very, very young, and we are seeing a young population which is obviously normally hungry for more data. Right?
Exactly. Great. So if you look at Africa, Africa is a quite unique continent in terms of size, population, and also of challenges, unfortunately. So how do you address the demands of the African market with your solutions?
So coming back to our solutions, one of the things, as I just talked about, we obviously have a big power issue, both the prices and availability of power. Yeah. So bringing down the power requirements for our next technology is really what we're looking at. We're also looking at doing end-to-end solutions. So instead of going CLS to CLS, we are going between data centers, so connecting subsea cables straight into data centers. Obviously having more seamless networks across both subsea and terrestrial links, which is really one of the benefits of what we're seeing in the industry and what our product's evolution goes towards. Ciena is relentlessly developing and spending money on developing faster, cheaper, lower cost per bit and lower power per bit cable networks, both terrestrial and subsea.
So sustainable measures are part of your DNA, we can say?
Absolutely, 100%. We have very, very strong sustainability measures, even from an industry perspective. And we are doing that both as a company ourselves, but also with the product that we offer to our customers.
All right, very interesting. So we talked a lot about solution advancements and new things coming up like AI, etc. Where do you see the industry heading over the next 5 years, especially in Africa?
So if we talk subsea, I believe that the African continent is becoming more important from a global connectivity perspective. Obviously, there are geopolitical issues around the Middle East that may begin to cause cables being built around Africa as opposed to in the Middle East due to the issues that we have there. As part of that, obviously, we have the next generation of technology that I just talked about. In addition to that, on the subsea side, we're seeing multi-core fiber as one of the new drivers, meaning that you can put more fibers into one strand, so you have virtual fiber pairs in one strand of fiber. So that's one of the huge developments. From an SLTE perspective and what Ciena does, it doesn't really change anything in terms of the technology. So it's using existing technology, but increasing the bandwidth, and again, coming back to reducing the cost per bit and the power per bit, which is so important. A lot of the cable landing stations that we have around the African continent are built in the days where we had maybe 6 fiber pairs, 4 fiber pairs per cable. The new cables that we're going to see landing will have 16 to 24 fiber pairs. So space and power is really becoming an issue, and that is one of the biggest issues we are dealing with and addressing, and I would say particularly for the African market. Africa is special in many ways, and therefore a lot of the local partners that we have are helping us on some of the necessities that we're seeing around Africa.
So partnership is still important for you in the continent?
100%, very, very important. So we are both hiring people and have been hiring people, setting up an office in South Africa this last year. So having people locally is crucial for us to better service our customers. And then in some of the delivery of the services in a continent like Africa, we do need local partners, and their quality is really, really of high importance to us.
Right.
And of course therewith for our customers, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. It was a very insightful conversation.
Very nice to meet you.
That was TechAfrica News from AfricaCom 2024. You can find more on techafricanews.com.